remember in my distant past was when I was an infant lying on the church floor with pajamas on. I remember my mother told me to lie back down and go to sleep. Well, today we are here to say goodbye to a woman who will sleep forever. This woman was as sweet as honey, but as venomous as a viper. This woman was as tough as nails, but had a heart of gold. Furthermore, I had a special attachment to my mother, Evelyn Coggins, for she was the wind beneath my wings. She was the glue that held me together all these years. At this obsequies today, we are joined by my only sibling and her family, and many of her friends and other relatives, to bid my mother adieu. I'm glad you all could be here to say goodbye to the catalyst of the Coggins family. My mother had many meritorious cultural values, but I will elaborate on her cardinal three. Her cardinal three cultural values were family, frugality, and love. First of all, my mother always believed that blood is thicker than water, no matter what. She took care of my father, even changing him. Yours truly, and of course her mother. Let's go back to the distant past, how she took care of her mother. Because of her Alzheimer's, she had to change her and also had to physically feed her. Of course, my grandmother was very disinclined to eat at times, but my mother coursed the food in her mouth even when she didn't want to eat. For example, she put the food in and then my grandmother would retort, "I told you I didn't want any." And then she kept coercing it in, and somehow she ate that nutritious meal, and she ate her entire dinner. Yes, my mother was the epitome of the cultural value of family. Second, my mother was a frugal leech that would suck our capitalistic society of everything to maximize my late father's assets. For example, we'll go back into the past and recount how my father was negotiating for an automobile, and of course this would elicit the interest of my mother, and she negotiated with this salesperson. She made some ridiculous offer, and he replied, "Come on, lady, we pay more for them than that." However, this woman held out, and all afternoon for $100 difference, and by golly, she won. Yes, this anecdote recounts that my mother was the epitome of frugality. Finally, and most importantly, my mother had the cultural value of love. This woman was as volatile as a rattlesnake when provoked, but had a heart of gold that was second to none. For example, I can give you a litany of examples from changing my late father to placating senescent old ladies in her assisted living facility. However, the cardinal example involved me. Despite having a fall in her assisted living facility, she came out to my house and took care of me by cleaning my room. Of course, she had a lot of feculent appellations when she saw it, such as cart in a cesspool or pig in a pig pen. And of course, when I tried to help her when she was washing my clothes, she recounted, "Get out of my way, shit bitches, and let me do my job." Well, Yes, this woman was the epitome of love. In conclusion, I wish to bid this woman adieu on her final rest, as she did when I was an infant. She was as sweet as honey, but as venomous as a viper. She epitomized the cultural values of family, frugality, and love. She is the light of my future, but the ghost from my past. Yes, my friend, I promised you a funeral commensurate of your worth, and this promise I have kept here today. All your friends are here to say goodbye to you, but your only son wishes to say publicly, adios, amiga, y amo mi madre.